What is up, you guys? I pray you're all doing well. I'm so excited. I actually went to church this morning, the 9:30 service. I love going to the early service. Like, I just feel like you get in there and there's not like a bunch of people in the earlier service. So I kind of like it like that. I'm about to back out. Lord, please encamp your angels around this vehicle. Okay, I'm super excited today. I know I need to clean my car windows. My whole entire car needs a whole like revamp. I kid you not. But I'm on my way to work right now, and before I got into work, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about like how this sermon literally tugged on my heartstrings today. It really did, because it was talking about friendships, and it was talking about knowing your friends, like KNOW, knowing your friends, and not being around bad company because it corrupts good manners. It just made me think a lot about how like I've compromised myself a lot in life because of, you know, random people I've allowed in my life and connecting with them rather than staying fast on the Lord and what He wants me to do, and staying steadfast to the friends that have always been in my life and stay close to God. And it allowed me to open my eyes that I don't feel like I've really been a good friend. Like, I don't feel like I'm the best friend that someone could have. Like, at times I feel like I tend to neglect people. I feel like I'll work so much to the point where I'm thinking about what I want and where I want to travel and all these things, and I tend to kind of just like, it's not intentionally, but it just kind of seems like I need to think more about other people, because what I do and don't do does matters to others. And it just makes me ask myself, why am I working so much? Like, I need to trust that God's gonna provide. I need to trust that He's gonna make a way out of no way. And that time that I spend at work, I could be spending it with my friends. I can spend talking to my friends, because I have friends in different places. So I feel like in this season, I do want to work on being a better friend. It's not just me making good friends, it's me being a better friend. Like, I examine myself quite a bit, and I realize that I do much better with people than alone a lot of the time. Because if I'm going through something, or even when I'm not going through something, at times I tend to isolate myself and want to be alone. And I don't feel like that's not what God really calls me to do. It's something that I typically want to do. I would say that sometimes isolation is good once in a while because you're connecting with God. But if you're doing nothing in your isolation, then it just kind of seems like it's pointless to do that, because you're being selfish in a way. Like, you can't imagine how much people really miss you and your presence, and the iron that can be sharpened from being around other people. So it just really opened my eyes today, the sermon. Like, it really allowed me to see myself, and how I feel like I haven't been there for my friends as much when they're going through something difficult. At times it can be hard for me to empathize, and I can admit to that. At times I can be empathetic, but certain situations is very difficult for me. I can't empathize at that point, but I can pray. And I've prayed without being around my friends. I've prayed for them, but I feel like sometimes maybe that's not enough. Like, maybe I need to be around them. Maybe they want something different, and I feel like I need to start being more vulnerable with my friends and allowing them to be more vulnerable with me, so that we can understand how to love each other properly. Like, and I feel like that brings understanding. The word tells us that all things get an understanding. And that's pretty much all I want to do when it comes to the people that I love, not just friends, but also my family. So, yeah, that's just something to kind of like keep in mind or pay attention to. I want to think about what else he talked about, but my mind's kind of like going blanket away because I'm at work and I'm a little tired. But I'm just so grateful for the people that God placed in my life. It actually pushed me to call one of my friends from North Carolina and just talk to them for a bit and, you know, explain to them like I'm coming into town, like just all you guys know I'm coming so we can hang out and fellowship. And it just excites me so much to have friends around, because those are the people, they stick closer than a brother. That is what I was trying to remember. You have friends that stick closer than a brother. I have friends I have told things to, I've confided in, I've been vulnerable with way more than my family, and I have a pretty big family. So I would say that says a lot. Your friends are people who will always be with you thick and thin. You got a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you know, kids and children, everything else, and they're still with you. Those are the type of people that I want to continue to develop and have in my life. Like, when the going gets tough, they're there. When you're succeeding, they're there. When you start new ventures, when you change careers, when you want to go back to school, when you drop out of school, like, you want those kind of friends there present with you. Sickness and health, till death do its part. You know, before the wedding rings come and things like that, you have friends. And I feel like your relationship with your friends is foretelling of the relationships you will have in different areas of your life. So that is something I want to continue to practice more in this season, is being a better friend to people. Not always thinking about myself or working so much. And that's what I feel like God is just leading me to. Even moving away, or, you know, staying here, whatever he's calling me to do, that is what I want to do. And I'm just talking to you guys while I'm thinking to myself, but this is why I love YouTube. Like, I talk to myself while I'm talking to y'all. Technically, I'm not talking to myself anymore, so it's fine. But yeah, I love you guys. I pray you have a great week, a great day, and continue to pray, read your word, study your word, because God, he's really trying to speak to us. I'm telling you. All right, you guys. Bye.